Hi, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to create an experience point-based leveling up system using an experience curve. So if you'd like to figure out how to do that, then stick around and I will teach you how. Okay, so first things first, Happy New Year's, hope you all had a good holiday. Now let's get back into developing games. So in this example, like I said, we will be creating an experience points system that will use a curve so that you can change the modifier as needed. So the main thing we use for this is obviously just our first person character. And the first thing is we just need a couple of variables. So I'm going to add a new variable and I'm going to call this exp gained. And another one called exp needed. And another one called car level for character level. Change all these to integer types. We don't need floats for this because they're only going to be whole numbers. And then car level, the value range should be 1. And then if you have an upper limit, give it an upper limit. And its default value should be 1. The experience points needed, that will go off your curve. And then gained, that will go off your curve as well. But give those a value range starting from 0. And then we're going to add two functions. We're going to have a level up function. We're going to have an exp earned function. And we're going to have a generate new exp function. Okay, on the level up, add a new input for integer named exp over. Or actually exp into level. So that will contain the experience points the user might have into the next level. For example, if they were 100 points away from the last of the to level up and they earn 200, then they're already going to be 100 experience points into this new level, and we do need to account for that. So, in the event graph on event begin play, what we're going to do is call generate new experience and get our character level and place it into that. And then for our target, get our reference to self. So on event begin play, we're going to generate the experience points we need. To generate that experience points, we're going to be using a curve, as I said before. So this curve is actually going to be one you can change. It's going to be based on the power of the character level and then a constant multiplication. So, to generate a new experience, I got the input in the wrong place here. That input needs to be on the level up function. exp into level. So on the generate new experience, we're going to want to, generate the new experience points needed. So what we're going to do is going to get our character level and we're going to set the experience needed. Okay. And using this, we're going to square our character's level. So you want to get a square node, which is a float. So it will just convert that for us. And then I'm going to get an int multiplied by float. And I'm going to multiply this by 200. And then we're going to truncate that into our new experience needed. So the values I've used here allow for a steepish sort of curve, where if I got a few values up for you, I can't because that's not working at the minute. Right, well, never mind. So on level 1, they'll need 200 experience, level 2, 800, level 3, 1600, level 4, 3200. So as you can see, there's quite a nice steady increase of the experience points needed. Now we've got our new experience points generated, we can go to, on this, I'm going to print a string for debugging purposes, and we're going to print our exp needed, but we want to, what's it called? Append to string values. So we want this in B and we want to say new level experience needed colon space, and then it'll output that into our string. So if we compile and play, new experience level needed 200. That was in the top left. Do it for you one more time. There you go. So in experience points earned, we need an input here, and we need exp earned. Because obviously this is going to be called from when you're defeating monsters, and we need to actually change the experience over. So on experience earned, what we're going to do is simply get our experience gained and set our experience gained. And we're going to do integer plus integer and just put those together and put it in exp gained. Now hold B and left click because we want a branch. And the reason we want a branch is because we're now going to say have they leveled up. After every time they earn experience points, we need to check have they leveled up. If they have leveled up, then we need to do something with it. But first, we need to get our check. So on experience gained, we need to do greater than or equal to integer and get our experience points that are needed and use that as our condition. So if this is greater than or equal to the experience needed, first off we want a local variable, which I'm just going to call temp experience. And to calculate that, I need an integer minus an integer. And we're going to store this locally because we don't need it after this whole function has been passed. But what we're going to do is get our experience points gained and minus our experience points that we needed to level up. And the reason we're doing this is because no matter if they get exact on what's needed or more, the number can only be 0 or positive. There can be no minus experience points. If there is, there's going to be an error in the code somewhere. But in this case, it's only greater than or equal to will this person level up. So doing this, we get to store the experience points that are over the level limit as our temp experience. And then what we do is call the level up function and use this temp experience as the experience we're into that new level, and then our target is self, just to make sure we close that. Now on the level up function, get your car level and instantly just increment. And increment just means add 1. Okay, then we need to set our experience gained to the experience in level. So ideally you could actually break these links, put this closer, and then do it this way around. And then we need to call generate new experience with a reference to self. Before that, for debugging purposes, let's print a string, and we're just going to print another append string. So I'm just going to copy and paste it from this one instead of finding it again. And then we're going to do level up, and then in B we're going to have our new character level, and then generate our new experience. And then to test this, I'm just going to use a quick button. I'm going to use F. I'm going to say when I've pressed F, then earn experience, and we're going to earn 200. And we're going to earn 200 because that is using this generating new experience curve. 1 squared times 200 is 200. So actually we're going to use 210 to see if we get that extra 10 experience points. So after this one, we then want another string. I'm going to append, and then current exp in level, and we're going to have our experience gained. Place that into the string so it prints both. Compile and play. So we have 0 on our current level and we need 200. Now when I press F, we're going to get 210. level up to level 2, we now need 800 experience, and we were 10 into that level. So if I do it again, there you go, 800 into the level, and again, because we've not leveled up, nothing happened. We're on 210 now, 410, 610, 810. But every time we've been adding that 210 experience, so now we've got 50 experience into it. Okay, so that is simply creating your experience points curve as used in most RPGs. In the next video, I'll be showing you how to link that to some UMG, and then we'll be creating a area-based trigger that will be effectively like Fallout, noticing a location where when we find this new location, it will then give us experience points for it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If your opinions are otherwise or they're complicated, you have any questions, suggestions, or just a piece of advice for me, then leave it in the comments down below. As always, you can check me out on Twitter, where I'm actually much more active. The handle is @Sam_BA_Jones97. And as always, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks, guys.